Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 34 of our top 5 PvP battles. If you guys are interested in sending in your own clips, you can send them to CristoferESO@hotmail.com. And of course, we choose the winner live on Twitch, so if you guys want to be a part of the voting process and determine which clips make it, check out the Twitch as well. So without further ado, coming in at number 5 this week, we have got the one and only Pelican ESO, this time playing some Stamina Dragon Knight for us, and he quickly takes down the first target there and is right away going to focus on the next opponent here. The enemy player trying to go for the heals. Pelican waits to stun him until he's fully dotted up and then finishes him off. Really good timing on the combo there and just puts the pressure right into this next sorcerer here. Just getting all the dots up on him, hits him with a nice bash there into the execute. Down he goes, and Pelican interrupts the res here, quickly dotting this guy up as well, and the execute, such a clean cancel to bring that guy down. And now Pelican has got 2 blue players left on his stack of bodies here. He's going to prevent the res with the bash, quickly turn onto his next target here, hit him with the damage while he's in his sword and board ultimate, just trying to dot him up and keep the pressure on, but both the enemy players retaliating with their own heals, and Pelican's just going to keep rotating around them as more blue players start to show up. Pelican hitting him with the bash yet again, getting nice damage into him, but more and more blue players slowly pouring in down the edge here, and Pelican is taking a lot of pressure from this blue group here. He's got his sword and board ult. He's going to pop it and make his way back inside, just working his way through this damage, goes into the meditate, returning a little bit of resource, and right away turning and attacking this player that's overextended. A great bash with the sword and board into the executioner. Super clean cancel to bring that guy down, and Pelican's just going to kind of lure these guys from the front gate just further inside this place here. He wants to get these guys into a position where he can do some work. Going for the meditate yet again. Really nice strat, just using the meditate and the line of sight to give himself a little bit of a resource advantage, as he is on a slower class on this DK here, and he's just going to kite his way up to the top, just pounding his heals, pounding his shields as well to keep his healing buff up, and just go and open up on the first player there. He takes the rune cage, quickly breaks it, dots up this player, hits him with the bash into the execute. Another kill, and Pelican right away is going to turn around, dot them up, come back behind his corner here, just get a little bit of a rebuff, and then reopen on these blue. He wants to put as much pressure as possible because there are so many blue here. He's got the opportunity with just 3 on top of him, getting great damage into this guy. A fantastic stun. Oh, the body block from the pet, but it's not enough. Pelican brings him down, and he's going to re-dot up the next player here, just keeping his heals up, keeping his buffs up as well, making sure to just keep himself defensively sound. Sees this guy going for the res, takes the stun. He's unable to bash the res after taking the stun from the enemy Nightblade there, and Pelican's just going to come back around the corner and into the meditate, get a little bit of resource. The enemy Necro smash ult. Pelican responds with his own ultimate to tank out all that damage in the corner there, and now he's just going to turn around and try to pick up another blue target here. 6 blue players, I believe, on top of him, and Pelican's just doing his best to tank this out. Goes for the jump off the side into the meditate. No one can target him. Really nice gameplay, just keeping his resource high and looking for his opportunity to put more damage into this group. He's got 2 players on top of him here. Dots up the DK, really nice, but right away taking a lot of pressure from the blue. The ult dump from the enemies coming down as well, and Pelican's going to just keep taking them out, resetting his heals here, trying to just channel those damage over time on these guys, get a good combo on them, gets a great dot up into the bash on this guy. Really good stun, finishing him with the executioner again. And Pelican just continuing to do his best to tank it out. He goes into the meditate, just tanking out as much damage as he possibly can, but the enemy group is relentless, and unfortunately, Pelican goes down. And now coming in at number 4, we have got Hazard on his Stamina Nightblade, and he's just, well, he's just in this tower looking for some guys to kill. He sees a lot of red players at the bottom here. He's just going to bounce a few arrows off them and look behind him, and right away, we've got some red coming up. He goes into stealth, opens with the surprise attack out of stealth on this player, gets great damage into him. Unfortunately, he's unable to stick the combo there as he's taking quite a bit of pressure from the other red players that have come up. Gets another great cloak, reopening on this player there, hits him with the spectral bow. Massive combo to bring that guy down, and I love how he goes for the kite back through them, hits this guy with the bash, preventing the res, and right away goes for the damage. The heavy attack into the Dawnbreaker, the animation cancel on the Executioner, so clean, re-entering stealth and changing directions again, just keeping the pressure on these bodies on the stack, puts a lot of damage into this Sork. The enemy Sork tries to go for his ult, but is too slow, and down he goes as well. And Hazard has now got the 3 bodies up here. He pokes the flag just a little bit, but notices more red players coming up to res here. He's going to get the bash on this guy. Just a huge combo out of the bash. The Dragon Knight does not prevent the combo. And right away, the Dawnbreaker on this guy as he tries to finish off that res, goes into his healing ult, and unfortunately, he got the Sorcerer up. So Hazard is just going to reset his buffs around the corner here, re-enter Cloak, and just open up on this Sork here. Gets good combo into him, but the Sork does have his shields up. He is ready for it, and Hazard's just waiting for his moment. Nice little kite around there again. Goes for the big combo on the Sork there, the Spectral Bow into the Fear, and finishes him off with the surprise attack. Really clean stuff to bring him down. And now right away, Hazard goes for that huge Dawnbreaker splash, bringing down another player there. He's going to reset his buffs. He's got a lot of pressure from the enemy Templar. Goes for the shuffle so he can get that movement speed. He's not stuck in the snare. And right away, opening on the back end here, a huge Fear on the group. And he's going to put some pressure into this Templar there. He rolls off the edge, and the other Templar here is just spamming the jabs on Hazard here. Hazard's just not... He's just being patient. He's just keeping his heals up, not panicking, and just rotating some heavies on this guy. The enemy Templar with the Dawnbreaker there. Hazard with the kite behind him. Really good movement, and just right away opening back on him with a couple heavy attacks and getting him with a nice surprise attack there into the Dawnbreaker. Really clean kill. And yeah, one enemy player left to go. Hazard's not going to let him get away. He jumps down from the top here, sets his combo down on this guy, goes for the surprise attacks, hits him with the Fear. The poor enemy Templar man goes right into his healing ult at the last second. Hazard's just going to reset his buffs and then reopen on this Templar after the end of the healing ult here. Hits him with a few surprise attacks, the Fear. What a clean turnaround. Really nice fight there. Now, coming in at number 3, you guys voted for animation canceling in a duo with Jourdain, and they're not actually in a party together, but the other EP player here is working together with him. And as you can see, there's a lot of yellow in this keep, man. Just so many yellow in this keep. Also a blue here just doing some friendly stuff as well. A nice Dawnbreaker splash into the jabs, and Annie's going to pick up his first kill of this clip there. And right away, the yellow group retaliating with a lot of pressure, and Annie's just going to go for a kite back into the inside of the corridor here. Seeing the yellow players converging on his friendly player here, Annie's going to come out through the doorway here, just do a little bit of a body block for Jourdain, and then work his way back up to the top as well. Just helping his friendly player there get the healing power he needs, and right away going for pressure on the yellow that are still chasing him. Hits this guy with the Dawnbreaker as well, but it's not enough damage, and he gets knocked off the edge into the yellow Zerg here, and he's just going to reset his buffs and work his way back up top, keeping his heals up. And he's just going to try to open a little bit on the enemy player here. The enemy Necro ult coming down. And yeah, Annie and Jourdain have found themselves just completely surrounded by the yellow players here. And Annie's going to do his best to support his friendly player here. They want to go for the nice big combo smack on the stack there. Jourdain with the leap, picking up a kill. And Annie falls off the edge again. He's just going to reset his Power of the Light here. Wants to go for that Dawnbreaker. There's the Dawnbreaker into the jabs. Another yellow player down, continuing to keep the jabs up. Jourdain with the execute, a second yellow player down on the stack, and right away Annie is going to move on to the next target. Great synchronization here, just bringing down yet again another yellow player, and they're just going to look around. A lot of the yellow have actually jumped ship on this tower now after losing so many guys, and they're just going to be patient and wait for yellow to re-engage. A single yellow player is coming through the top here, and another one on the bottom. Annie's going to head up to the top, seeing so many guys have been rezzed. Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, they're going to have to work to get all those kills down again. This guy's going to drop the Scoria. I don't like the new Scoria animation, man. It's so hard to tell between that and a Meteor, but Annie's just continuing to bulk it out, man, keeping his buffs up and just waiting for his opportunity to hit these guys. Get a nice Dawnbreaker there, finishing that guy off. The loading screen, he hits this guy with the stun, preventing the res into the jabs right away. Good damage into him here. Jourdain going for the execute. They finally bring this guy down as well, and they're just going to move on to the next player there. He goes off the edge, fall damage, OP, and down he goes. And now they're just going to kill off the guards and continue to hold their tower here against this big yellow group. But yellow is just being a little bit shy, re-entering here. A couple more yellow come around the corner here. A big Dawnbreaker there into the jabs, finishing off both those players. The leap from Jourdain as well. Great synchronized ult dump. And, well, looks like they're going to have to go a little bit further to find some yellow. This poor blue player on siege. Oh my gosh, down he goes. And now they're going to work their way down to the bottom here. A little bit of a scrum going on between yellow and blue, and Annie and Jourdain are just going to be patient and wait for their opportunity to hit these yellow. Jourdain just pulling them in slowly, trying to get a nice stack here. Annie hits him with the stun with the javelin there, and unfortunately that guy goes deep into the enemy group, and Annie's just going to be patient here, just redotting these guys up, looking for his opportunity to get some big burst. The friendly player here finally in the party with Annie, taking a lot of pressure from the yellow group, and both Annie and Jourdain are forced back into the tower, and this yellow group has had enough of their shenanigans, just sending full force to stop them here. And one single player overextending. He's just going to try to hold his block to tank it out, but it's not going to be enough. Down he goes, and Annie and Jourdain are both going to continue to work their way closer in towards this yellow Zerg here. They're trying to just pick a good opportunity to hit them here, and here we go. A nice Dawnbreaker splash. They actually hits the Sork as he streaks there. Unfortunately, the Sork is a little bit too far away to finish off, and the yellow group, man, they're just not paying attention to the back end here. Only half the yellow players actually engaged in the fight. Jourdain just tanking out a huge amount of damage there, and Annie trying to put some pressure as well, but right away, he's just going to head back behind Jourdain, use him as a body block, really good gameplay, and just wait for his opportunity to just hit this yellow group. But the yellow group, they're just kind of zerging down one target at a time. They're not really organized yet, though, and here we see again Annie trying to put some jabs pressure into them, just waiting for their opportunity to hit this stack with a big smack there. We see the enemy Colossus come down as well. Annie just resets his heals and his buffs here, just purging off those negative effects, and just Jourdain doing a great job being tanky at the front line there, just soaking up the damage for Annie. And there we see again another kill goes down. The yellow on this stack here. Annie wants to go for that big Dawnbreaker. He hits him with a few jabs. There we see the Dawnbreaker, a huge smack. Jourdain finishing off some players as well. And with that, they take down almost all the yellows in the stack there. Blue pushes in to clean them up, and Annie and Jourdain finish off the last player. All right, so for number 4 this week, you guys voted for Jack Bull, and, well, we have a pretty interesting 1vx from him on the Stamina Sork, playing that Bow 2H styling, but he's just going to go for a little bit of a retreat here as he is getting chased by a lot of enemy players, and Jack Bull's just waiting for his opportunity to get these guys in a good spot. The first player comes around the corner, a huge Dawnbreaker splash, the execute into the dots, down that guy goes, and Jack Bull just goes for a kite back around the rocks, resets his buffs here, and he's just going to open up on this guy that's going for the res. 2 Wrecking Blows into the Executioner. Down he goes. The Wrecking Blow on the next player, dodging the snipe after that with the dodge roll as well. And Jack Bull just a little bit lower on stamina. He's got his potion up, though. He's got his ultimate ready again. He's going to hit a Dark Deal and just reopen on these guys here. Goes for the Dawnbreaker. Oh my gosh, huge damage with that into the Executioner, finishing off 2 players with that Dawnbreaker. And now he's got the last of 5 left to fight, and well, this guy goes to hide behind the tree. It's not going to save him. Jack just staying on top of him with the crit rush, channeling those Wrecking Blows, and there's the Executioner, the dot tick, down he goes. What a fight. And finally, guys, for the number 1 slot this week, you guys voted for Mescaline ESO on the Stamina Sorcerer, and yeah, this is a pretty insane fight. As you can see, there's 2 of them here to start off, Mescaline and a friendly player, but right away they jump on top of these yellow on the flag, and the yellow retaliate really strong, just pushing a lot of pressure on them. Mescaline with a great stun through the middle of the group there, and this yellow group just applying a lot of pressure here. Mescaline doing her best to just help support her friendly player, who's taking all of the aggro from this group here, all of the ult dumps, and down goes the friendly player, and now Mescaline is left by himself to fight the rest of these yellow, and well, right away goes for a Dawnbreaker on the first player. There we see a little bit of an animation from the clip there. Unfortunately, not getting the damage they want on that Dawnbreaker, but look at the sidestep on that yellow player's Dawnbreaker. A fantastic kill there, and then right away applying pressure to the other yellow player, finishing him off as well, bashing the rezzing player, taking the leap from him, going for the bash on the next player here. Unfortunately, Mescaline is unable to get the bash in time, and Mescaline responds right away with the Sword and Board ultimate. Really good call, just giving him the tank he needs to survive this, and this enemy Necromancer just getting away on 1% HP, just sprinting off here, goes for the Vigor. Mescaline doesn't have the gap closer outside of Streak and thinks they can get him, but the Necro again goes for the sprint up the stairs, and Mescaline misses this streak, so he's going to have to give up on that kill and just reopen on the rest of this yellow group here. But man, Mescaline's got 8 yellow players in this tower with him, and he's going to have to do his best to win this fight. Getting a good opening pressure on this enemy player there, goes for the Sword and Shield ult, trying to finish this guy off, putting good damage into him again, but unfortunately just too much pressure from the enemy yellow group, and Mescaline is forced to back away, just taking a lot of damage. But look at that Surge working overtime, so much healing power coming in from Surge as these yellows stay on top of him, and Mescaline finally manages to break some distance, finds a player overextending here, opens up right away on top of him with the damage, and takes the Fossilize from the opposing player there. The enemy Nightblade in behind as well. Mescaline just goes for the Sword and Board bash there, trying to put the damage into him, gets a nice streak coverage stun on the entire group there, but there's a lot of pressure from this yellow group, man. Mescaline just hugging low HP here, doing his best to just keep the HP up. Got the Sword and Board ultimate again, but unfortunately unable to capitalize on any offensive pressure because there's just so much incoming damage from this yellow group, and Mescaline's doing exactly what he needs to do, just moving around in this tower and trying to kite these guys out, break the group apart so you can take them down piece by piece at a time. And here we see just so many yellow on top of him. A fantastic streak again to stun everybody in that group. Goes for the Dark Deal to get some resource back, and just staying close to these guys. Lots of healing power coming off that Surge and Hurricane combo. Mescaline doing a great job keeping the buffs up, and back into the Sword and Board ultimate. Gets good damage into the group again, trying to pick a good target here, but unable to capitalize because of the pressure from the enemy group, and Mescaline goes for the streak through them yet again, resetting with the Dark Deal and just waiting for that opportunity to open up on this yellow group here. Gets a nice split, pits the healer here, gets a good dot up on him, but still just doing his best to just pick a good target here. This guy not really doing much other than blocking. Mescaline forced yet again to streak through the inside of the tower here, just doing his best to keep that yellow group moving. Finds another target he can open up on here, puts some good damage into him. He's got the Sword and Board ult up. He wants to go for the finish here. There we see the Executioner. Almost got this guy. He's not getting away again. There's the last tick, bringing down that player, and Mescaline right away is going to have to capitalize on the offensive pressure. Gets a great bash off here on the wannabe Rezzer, finishing that guy off as well, and Mescaline just staying on top of this stack, hits him with the Dawnbreaker, goes right away for pressure on the guy who tried to go for the next res there, finishing him off as well. And Mescaline slowly turning this fight around, making it look like he can take the win here. Gets a good dot up on the Nightblade, hits him with the stun, goes for the Executioner. The Nightblade rolling at the last second, but Mescaline staying on top with the streak, finishing off that Nightblade by pulling him out of stealth and right away going for pressure on the res player here. He cannot break the stun, unable to capitalize on the kill as Mescaline falls off the top of the staircase there. Just going to work his way back up to the top and open up on the remaining yellow players there. Just the dot up into the stun, the Executioner, such a clean combo to bring that guy down, and Mescaline's just going to reset the buffs and then open up on the rest of these yellow players. I think there's only 2 of them left. A huge combo to bring down that player as well, and just the last player left here, Mescaline just working him with the damage, hitting him with all of the combos he can, but this Warden is fairly tanky, man. A max HP Necro just so chunky, but Mescaline's just going to work his way through that hit point bar, finish him off with the Executioner there, and res the friendly player. What a fight. And finally, guys, for the bonus clip this week, we actually have another submission from Pelican ESO, and this is a Fast and Furious 1vx, but it was really great nonetheless, so I did want to include it in the clips this week. So we are going to let this clip play out for you guys as we say our goodbyes. As always, a massive thank you to everybody who sent the clips in this week. Absolutely fantastic stuff, guys. So many great submissions this week. It was pretty hard to choose from. We, of course, have links to everybody's YouTube channel in the description down below, so if you guys want to check out these fine ESO content creators, I implore you to. If you guys are interested in sending in your own clips for the top 5 battles, or if you even want to send in a build to be featured on the channel, you guys can send that in to CristoferESO@hotmail.com. And, of course, we go over all of the clips that were submitted live on Twitch together, so if you guys want to be part of the process, picking out the winners of the 1vx each week, you guys can check out a link to my Twitch in the description below. I also have live gameplay of my own stuff, or if you guys just want to come chat. We are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers. They give me better ping to my favorite games. So if you guys get really bad ping to your favorite games and you want to help alleviate that, it is totally free to try. No credit card to sign up. A link, of course, in the description below. And finally, guys, if you guys really love the show and you love the Twitch and you want to go the extra mile to support it, you can always become a patron on Patreon. Without you guys, I would not be able to keep doing what I do. So thank you guys for the support. And yeah, that's it for the episode, guys. I hope that you enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to the next one.